And Jordan is one of the countries most affected by desertification. Once a very fertile land, Jordan is now one of the world's driest countries.
A tapestry of history and faith features the Jordan River as its centerpiece. It has fascinated people for many years. Spiritual followers have long made the journey to this holy waterway, which holds significant religious importance. The way people live reflects the deep cultural and religious significance it holds. A scientific discovery made recently has caused doubt to be thrown over it. A shade is now covering its holy banks. Scientists and other individuals are concerned and puzzled after coming across a scary secret. They are working towards understanding its significance for what lies ahead. The scenery of the Middle East has included the Jordan River for hundreds of years. The trajectory was inscribed in antique documents and sacred scriptures. Its waters have satiated the thirst of dry lands, facilitating survival. The holy embrace of it provides comfort to seekers. Even though this new data has stunned scientists and triggered concerns about the sensitive ecosystem of the river, various effects might occur in the future across different possible worlds. As knowledgeable experts excavate more profoundly into the hidden truths concealed below, they are working jointly to discern how tremendous this unsettling unveiling actually is. Enhancing the required safety measures is what they are doing. The Jordan River state is delicate. The importance of securing and handling it in an environmentally responsible manner is demonstrated. Several groups, states, and other involved parties have collaborated to resolve these problems due to their critical nature. The river's ecological balance is their target to restore. Efforts to safeguard the Jordan River and its adjoining ecosystems include water preservation schemes, wastewater management initiatives, and collaborative agreements among regions. These measures seek to promote sustainable development while preserving natural resources. Running through the Middle East is the Jordan River. This river holds immense importance from historical, religious, and physical perspectives. The Jordan Rift Valley witnesses a river flowing for 251 kilometers. The provision of fresh water, including to Jordan, Israel, Palestine, and Syria, is a crucial service it provides to many countries in the area. A discovery regarding the Jordan River has sent shockwaves throughout scientific circles. The scientists have found something scary that fills them with concern regarding the future of this eminent river. The Jordan River was found to have a deadly pollutant, endangering people's lives. The researchers were amazed at their unexpected findings during a comprehensive investigation into the quality of the river's water. The scientists initially responded with disbelief and deep concern, considering the grave consequences at hand. The importance of this result stems from what it could imply for the Jordan River's ecosystem. The people depending on it could also be affected. The toxic pollutant constitutes a significant threat to the river's fragile biological balance. Many plant and animal species living there are at risk. Besides serving other purposes like irrigation and drinking, the Jordan River is an important source of water for agriculture. The detection has impacted millions, raising concerns about the safety and lastingness of their water supply in the area. The effects of this discovery surpass the immediate impact on the environment. The fact that the Jordan River contains such a dangerous pollutant indicates an urgent need to resolve a larger environmental issue. The way factories function and pollution is controlled makes people curious. In addition, it stimulates their curiosity about the adequacy of water management in the vicinity. The possible risks that come with human activities are also depicted in the results. This illustrates the significance of having stricter regulations and improved implementation to safeguard our environmental riches. Scientists are performing significant research to discover more about the origin, dissemination, and associated health hazards of this detrimental pollutant. The research involves analyzing water samples. Marine life's response to the pollutant is being investigated, along with its long-term impacts on the ecosystem. Gaining crucial insights into what the actual problem is makes these studies highly significant. They will also support us in grasping how to mend it in the future. What researchers found in the Jordan River is causing fear. We ignore this stark warning at our peril. Hence, we must act promptly to tackle environmental problems and safeguard our natural resources. It illustrates how what individuals do affects ecosystem health and why ecosystems depend on human actions. To protect both people and animals that rely on it, improve the health of the Jordan River, and decrease the impact of this toxic pollution, action is required quickly. After detecting the scary contaminant in the Jordan River, scientists initiated a study to evaluate how bad it really is. They initiated attempts at resolving the issue. The analysis of water samples obtained from numerous regions of the river has commenced as part of significant scientific initiatives. Cutting-edge methods are employed in a lab to carefully test and analyze these samples to determine the composition of the pollution. They are also attempting to ascertain its quantity. To investigate how the pollutant affects plants and animals in the river, researchers are conducting field studies. This is being done ecologically. Making decisions relies heavily on the importance of study results and scientific investigations. Creating strategies to handle the problem is also vital for them. By providing important information on the Jordan River, lawmakers, environmental agencies, and other interested parties can better protect it. They assist in decreasing environmental and human health hazards. This ongoing study serves as an example of how cooperation and scientific inquiry are necessary to understand environmental issues. It manifests the crucial nature of spotting techniques to alleviate them. This highlights the essentiality of science in detecting menaces to our natural resources and creating factually based remedies. A sustainable future is imperative. Research indicates that the Jordan River has endured important ecological disturbances due to the existence of this pollutant. A decline in certain fish and plant species has been observed due to the toxicity of pollutants, causing disruptions in the food chain. This has caused the ecosystem to maintain an overall balance. Furthermore, worries exist regarding the prolonged consequences for the reproductive well-being and genetic stability of marine life in the waterway. Theories have been advanced to elucidate where the pollutant came from. Some scientists suggest that the main sources are industrial activities, such as improper waste disposal and the release of untreated chemicals. Upstream pollution from neighboring areas is suggested as a potential contributor to the contamination by some. Additional investigation is necessary to conclusively determine the exact sources and pathways of the pollutant. Besides, investigators have probed the potential harms that could affect human health. According to early investigations, it looks like the pollutant can accumulate in both fish and other aquatic creatures. Consuming contaminated fish or using river water for agricultural purposes presents safety concerns. The results emphasize the immediate requirement of successful pollution control interventions, more rigid mandates, and better practices to manage waste in the area. Executing these actions could relieve some of the detrimental ramifications of pollution on both the environment and public health. The restoration of the health of the Jordan River and mitigation of pollution demand that policymakers, industries, and communities work together. They protect both the ecosystem and the human population, relying on their well-being. The disturbing finding in the Jordan River has potentially negative effects on the environment and ecology, which is certainly alarming. A highly toxic pollutant is endangering the biological processes and delicate balance of the river's ecosystem. What will occur to marine life is among the primary concerns. The pollution's toxicity may result in the disappearance or extinction of several fish and plant species in the Jordan River. In the food chain, populations have a connection, which means changes can have ripple effects on the entire ecosystem. These species' food sources or habitat-dependent other organisms may be impacted by these adjustments. Pollutants' toxicity can create difficulties for aquatic creatures in reproducing and preserving their genetic material. The diversity of the river and its long-term survival face a threat. Ecosystem instability can result from the disappearance of essential species. Nutrient movement through the ecosystem and water quality can both be impacted by this. The ecosystem can also suffer from its effects on overall health. Exposure to harmful amounts of the pollutant is possible if people consume contaminated fish or other organisms. Their overall health can be adversely affected in several ways, including organ damage, irregular development, and potentially cancer. Pollution in the Jordan River has effects that extend to the whole world. In the area, irrigation of crops and farming activities heavily rely on the river as an essential water source. People wonder if using river water is safe because of the pollutant. The crop's health may be affected, which can subsequently impact people's health through the food chain. The Jordan River's newly discovered impact on the environment and ecology necessitates prompt measures to mitigate pollution and improve the ecosystem's well-being. The river and its dependent community can be safeguarded for the long haul. The Jordan River discovery has caused frustration among scientists. The consequences of this have been arguments and complications among scientists. The origin and potential effects of pollution yield contrasting perspectives among people. Their opinions diverge regarding the ideal strategy to adopt. Where pollution originates is a contentious issue. There is disagreement among people regarding whether local industrial activities are the main cause of pollution. In case it is similarly affected by contamination originating from places located upstream, The pollution could be attributed to different parties and interest groups according to their varying ideas. Disagreements may arise regarding the necessary actions to resolve the problem. An area of conflict arises about how detrimental pollution is to the environment and the health of individuals. The environmental hazards of pollutant emissions are agreed upon by scientists. Still, their perspectives may vary regarding the level of destruction it might inflict on certain species, ecosystems, and human health. Variations in studying methods, interpreting data, and assessing risk can lead to conflicts. In addition, there are disputes regarding the superior ways to prevent the harm and remedy it. Some experts are calling for strict regulations to reduce the sources of pollution. The environment's cleaning is wanted by them. Others might argue for a more gradual approach that considers economic and social factors. When people attempt to harmonize the necessity of shielding the environment with different social objectives, they can hold varied thoughts about the most effective course of action. The intricate nature of environmental problems is made apparent through these disagreements and debates, demonstrating the difficulty in reaching decisions regarding them. The above sentence emphasizes the necessity for continuous scientific research, collaboration, communication, and agreement in order to secure optimal solutions for preserving the Jordan River's ecosystems. The consideration of broader social and economic concerns is also highlighted. Addressing the troubling findings in the Jordan River entails implementing several solutions. In order to make the ecosystem healthy again, immediate actions and long-term plans are being implemented to clean up the pollution. Tasks to provide aid currently and in the future include the identification and control of pollution sources requires identifying primary sources of toxic pollutants with the utmost priority. Industry activities, disposal methods, and upstream pollution should be closely monitored and controlled through strict regulations. To effectively control pollution, the police and compliance systems need improvement. Utilizing remedial methods is essential to reducing pollution levels in the river. This may involve constructing facilities for treating wastewater, remediating polluted soil, and utilizing advanced technologies to eliminate harmful substances. Restoration efforts should be prioritized, improving the natural ecosystems of the river and promoting biodiversity, reviving species that have been harmed. The pollution in the Jordan River affects both sides of the river, therefore strengthening regional cooperation is necessary. Cooperation among all nations that share borders is crucial for solving it. Regional cooperation frameworks can make pollution control and sustainable water resource management more efficient with stronger collaboration and shared information. Joint tracking and management initiatives are beginning. The Jordan River requires sustained study, public education, and continuous monitoring in order to preserve it for the coming generations. The safeguarding also includes its cultural, ecological, and economic significance. So, we hope you like our video. Then do share and subscribe to our channel.